Hey everyone, so state contracts can be very confusing. You're looking at it, where do I put where, how do I put, what's the controller number, what's the bank number, what's this, and this, and I get it. They're very, very confusing. Depending on your state that you work in and the contract that you look at, and keep in mind, this is how I fill out my contracts. I'm not an attorney. I am not giving you legal advice. I would advise you to check with your local state. If your state uses the same contracts as I do, then I would advise you to go ahead and verify that with them. Again, this is what's caused me success in filling out contracts. Right here in this section, my business name and address goes right up here in this section. Right here, the name of the company that gave the funds. If it's like a bank account, it could be like Bank of America, Wells Fargo Bank, an escrow company. The list of ID numbers that correspond with the INV agreement. That's like, sometimes it's a controller number, sometimes it's an ID number. That goes right there in that part. So this is relatively pretty easy to fill out. Now, this is a checklist for the reference only. You may leave it blank or selected items. If it's over $1,000, you have to have a notary, okay? Is this claim to be signed by the claimant? And then everything else, you go down here and you check off and make sure you have a checklist. Here's the problem with state contracts. Like, I see situations, and I love being in the warrior community. I see new situations. I had someone, I thought I'd seen it all, and the other day someone threw a curveball at me. She's dealing with the case right now where it is a name change of a man who moved from the Soviet Union to the United States, kept the name for about a year or two, and then changed his name and wanted to know how to fill out the contract. I've never dealt with that before. I've dealt with situations, I've seen the warriors, like I had another guy, very large fund that he helped someone put together. It was a stepdaughter, and the funds belonged to not her dad, but the stepmother, and she had no other children. Both were deceased. Again, you never deal with it. In a situation like that, I would email the state and give an accountability report. Who's living, who's deceased, and let them know and see what they tell you in a situation like that, okay? Because you're going to have some weird situations that come up. And I can't advise. I'd be talking all day if I gave you advice on every single contract. Okay, then here. Okay, savings account or proceeds beneficiaries. So type of account, amount of shares that were reported, if it's a stock or a security. This is the same as the ID number I gave you before. It's really weird how they word that, and I know. You need to submit the license number that you have with the state, okay? And I use my EIN and I use my my company name, so I have that, and they use that. Either your social security number, your EIN number down here on the bottom. And sorry that when I move that, the slide PowerPoint kind of moves there. But right here, if you're already registered, you don't need to include your social security number if you already have. What I do is I usually just put down my company name, and I put the EIN number down right there for that. And then you have to sign it. But these are a couple quick points on how to get contracts, how to get them signed, and how to get started with the state. Also keep in mind, if you're dealing with probate, you're gonna have to deal with the death certificate, you're gonna have to deal with marriage certificates or wills or whatever the state requires. So just be ready for that. What I do is I email the state directly, and some states are friendly to work with, some aren't. Like I know some states allow you to get 30%. Some states allow a power of attorney, and you could have the funds mailed to you. And if you have a power of attorney, a limited power of attorney with your claimant, you can deposit those funds and have a contingency agreement with them, and then go ahead and send them a check for that amount. So there's a lot of different states you could do state funds with. This is my state and how it works and how I do the contracts. Hope this helps, and let me know what you think on this video. See you all in the next video.